씨발 진짜 아니 왜 이렇게.
Oh my God, Manchester United have just conceded and it hurts. Here you go, boys! Here you go, boys! You have a free goal! There you go! Enjoy it! Enjoy this free goal, Nottingham Forest! It's the most gas-tastic, wank-piss, guff-tastic, absolute piss-it in a latrine fucking sinister piece of fucking sewage goal you ever likely concede from Manchester United, you bottleless melt.
Fulham. Oh, hold on a minute. They're in the league. Here we go. 1-0. Cough, you pricks.
Proper shat on there by the fucking Robin and Melts, bro.
Pissed up defending, sponsored by Carling. Where's Scott McTominay in this game? I don't fucking know. Just absolute rubbish. Rubbish.
That's what I said. They haven't been great as well either. They flipping score. I'm tired, man. No! Nottingham Forest have scored, guys! Oh my God, it's Gibbs-White!
Oh, for f***'s sake, man, no! What a goal! What a goal to concede!
Who's there marking him? Who's there marking him?
You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh.
How the f*** have we done that?
Marking him! Who? Who's marking him? I'm tired of this club! Who's marking the guy in the middle? I can't even scream!
Welcome back to the Fan Channel Review Show. United in the mud again. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get into some of the reactions from yesterday. I want your views. I want your opinions in the comment section below. First up, Mr. Goldbridge. Just take a listen.
To the team in the second half and wasn't at fault for the goals. These are massively damning statistics, and I've got quite a big statement personally that I would like to make about Erik ten Hag, because there is no doubt that questions have to be asked. They have to be asked. When you've got fewer points and fewer goals than any other Premier League Manchester United side, you've got to ask those questions. Now, Erik was very keen after the game to list many reasons why we're not performing, and injuries would be those reasons. But also, before the game, he said we can compete against any team in this league. So what is the truth? Is this a manager squirming trying to survive when reality is he shouldn't survive? Well, look, I think the first big question we need to ask is, and get your comments in below, that's what this is all about. I'm not live, obviously, at the moment, but I will be live around 1 o'clock today for a live show. But got a few things to sort out on New Year's Eve this morning, but I did want to drop this video. If you're Ineos, and I think Erik ten Hag did say at the end of the game yesterday, in specifics, talking about Sir David Brailsford, he did say that there's a lot of change that needs to be made, and they'll understand those changes that need to be made. But if I'm Ineos, there's two things I'm going to say. First of all, who do I want my manager to be? How do I want to play? Do I want a Pep Guardiola? Do I want a Jurgen Klopp? Do I want a De Zerbi? Do I want an Ancelotti? Do I want a Sam Allardyce? So the first thing Ineos have to ask themselves is, what type of manager do you want at Manchester United? Because everybody's got an idea. If I ran a football club, I'd know what type of manager I want, and I'm not going to go and recruit Steve Bruce. So what type of manager do Ineos want? And how close is he to Erik ten Hag? That's the first question. The second question is, when you know what type of manager you want, do you have the players to suit that manager? And that, to me, is the big key in the favour of Erik ten Hag.
And I get what he says favour of Ten Hag there, and there's lots to unpack in what terms of Goldbridge has said, and he's openly stated that people questioning the manager's position is right. It should happen. For me, though, he's absolutely correct about Ineos need to pick what style of football they want. There needs to be an actual rebuild at Man United. I'm sick and tired of the damn word, because we haven't had one and we need one. And the players that but I don't think we should look at it and go, well, if we've got a squad that's suited to a Ten Hag, it's not, by the way, we're awful, or this style of manager, that's who we should go for. It should be a complete reset. If we want to play Pep Guardiola-esque football, we have to find a manager that can play that way. Even if we don't have the squad for it, that means over the next 2 to 3 to 4 years, we clear this squad, we bring in a new one. There has to be a plan that we start, we stick to, we persevere with, and get to the end of. The reason Ten Hag is failing, in my personal opinion, in the cold, hard light of day, he is not trying to coach a style of football he's accustomed with. He's buying players for his system, but playing a completely different one. He's lost the dressing room. His man management hasn't been good enough. And I think a part of that is the players not happy with how they're playing. Player power then takes over. And it is a big, toxic wasteland of mess and absolute carnage. And it's been the same way for 10 years. But the manager must be questioned. And I know Mark is losing, I can tell he's losing his patience with the manager because this isn't just a bad run. As you said, the amount of goals we've scored, the amount of points, the amount of defeats. It's the worst performing season we've ever had in the Premier League. No matter what he did last year, no matter what direction you think we're going in, it isn't going to work. And I see a lot of people say, Terry, Fergie struggled for 6 years. He did. The difference was Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager. Now, back then, managers were what we now call head coach, and they were the sporting director at the same time. Fergie was the guy that was helping to build the club because it was broken. Ten Hag ain't that guy. Ten Hag's a head coach and he's struggling. He isn't behind the scenes in the process of a rebuild like Fergie was back then. The situations are not the same in any capacity. For me, manager must go. An interim period manager should come in, and there's some decent ones available out there that can step in for a small period of time. And then we set our hearts on whoever that guy is, whether it's Diego Simeone, whether it's De Zerbi. I don't really mind as long as we have a clear project to rebuild this club next to. Because we haven't done that, and we are absolutely fundamentally broken. But as far as I'm concerned with Ten Hag, you know what it is?
It's time to go!
I played with players that didn't run back sometimes, but I tell you what, they didn't half deliver in the final third. To not deliver in the final third and then not run back is just insult. It's insulting to the teammates, insulting to the families, it's insulting to the fans who've travelled behind that goal. But they do it week in, week out. And we know what this group of players are. I can't get excited after a game. I was excited on, on Boxing Day a little bit by the Aston Villa second half because it surprised me. But I can't get excited beyond that and think, well, I'm going to watch some brilliant football now for the rest of the season because these players have told us what they are. And it's going to be a long old slog the rest of this season. It's going to be difficult because the speculation is going to continue to mount and mount, particularly with obviously the new ownership.
Gary Neville's right. I wanted to highlight this because I already know there's some comments 7 minutes and 30 seconds into this video of, but what about the players, Terry? Always scapegoating the manager. That isn't true. If you've watched my content over the years, you know I never put Man United situations and problems down to one person. Ten Hag isn't the problem at the club. He's a problem. The players are not the problem at the club. They're a problem. All of those problems, by the way, are created, induced, and produced and fed by the way in which we have been run over the last 10 years. That is why we need a complete rebuild from the board, which is happening, to all the football decision makers, recruitment teams, players, and manager. The whole lot over the next 2 to 3 years have to go. Fundamentally, I don't think there's any fixing it. The rot is set in everywhere. And if you've got a timber roof, and all the wood is rotten and your roof is about to collapse, there's very little on that roof that you're going to be able to salvage, especially if it's been impacted by that rot. It all needs to come out. You put, for a period of time, you put support into the roof, don't collapse. You remove all the rotten wood. You clean everywhere. You put in brand new, strong timber. You then protect it, and you ensure that roof lasts another 100 years or however long it may be. And that is what Man United need to do. And the players have to be a focal point here as well. So to anyone who didn't run away from this video because of cognitive dissonance, who actually can listen, that does critical thinking, the players as well. Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Donny van der Beek, Luke Shaw. Some of the new players as well, the Antonys, the Onanas, these people, for one reason or another, and you can decide what those reasons are, I don't really care anymore. Whether it's ability, whether it's mentality, whether it's handling pressure, I don't care. They have all got to go. They've all got to go. This idea of, we might be able to rectify Rashford's career, might be able to rectify Sancho's career. I don't want any of them. I want them all gone. There's only a handful, and they're the ones I don't think have been infected yet. And maybe a bit of experience for a few years while we replace it. Varane, Casemiro, Mainu, Garnacho, Højlund. I can't really think of many. Do you know what? Below as well, I'd probably throw them guys in because they don't give me the impression they stopped working. You know, they've got a bit. They're the only guys that I'm okay with. But the vast majority, get rid of all of them. And even those guys, if over the next 18 months they're not pushing on to other levels or they regress, move them on. The players have got to go as well. This club is an absolute Fundamental disgrace.
I'm tired.
I shouldn't lie. I love Saeed, man. I love this guy.
I'm drained. I've had enough. This is enough. That's 9 defeats already this season. My voice is gone. I'm ill. I'm watching that dross. But yet people are telling me the manager is not the problem. It's not the problem. It's the players. It's this. It's that. It's not the manager, though, who's overseeing all of this, yeah? All of this crap that you're seeing, all of this dross that you're seeing right now, this manager is in charge of. He is absolutely crazy. And he needs to go. Brailsford and Ineos, if you're watching this right now, you have to get this manager out. Get an interim to the end of the season and get this clown out of my football club. Because that's what he is now. This manager has gone beyond any sort of control now. It is crazy. 10 losses, 1 draw, and 9 defeats already. Halfway through the season, that is the stats. But yet you lot, but we're back at Aston Villa. Oh, let's celebrate. Are you Ten Hag in? Shut up, you absolute muppets.
Listen, I agree with so much what Saeed has said there. The amount of people that came to me over me wanting the manager sacked because we come back against Villa was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I praised the second half performance and I praised the manager's correct decisions. But it didn't change my mind. As I said on Monday night or whatever night or Tuesday night, one swift does not a summer make, and it's the absolute truth. Equally, anyone that says this manager is not a problem is crazy. Now, he's not the problem. Just sacking him isn't going to fix us. Just selling these players isn't going to fix us. More is needed than that. And Saeed knows that. If you actually listen to Saeed's content in its entirety, he gets that. But I say this to Man United fans, and I mean this. Anybody out here, not protecting the position of manager per se, but protecting Ten Hag as if he's doing a good job, as if some of this calamity isn't on him, and as though if you really think he's going to turn this round, I've got to tell you, you are delusional. You are laboring under delusion. There is not a single piece of evidence, in my opinion, that you can draw upon that shows an underlying metric, any data, any statistics. Nothing. You can barely show me a performance that backs up that idea. Now, that doesn't mean the players get away with it. People go, yeah, but then the players get away with it. Doesn't mean that at all. Doesn't mean that at all. Sack the manager, get rid of the majority of the players, replace the board and the recruitment team. All of that needs to happen. What I don't understand about Man United fans, I can't fathom, is 2 things. One, why they pick and choose what areas to focus on when they're all bloody bad. It's amazing to me. And also how they think there's a quick resolution to this still. Wake up and smell the goddamn coffee. Read the room. And if you don't understand it, shut the hell up. I'm sick and tired of, yeah, but the players. Yeah, but the manager. Yeah, but this. Yeah, but they're all bad. What are we fighting over here? It's crazy to me personally. It really is. And yeah, it's painful to see. But look, I'd love your views and I'd love your opinions on this. We all know the manager's got to go. We all know most of these players have got to leave this club. Ineos are coming in. What to do, though? Listen, I'm saying it, interim. Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie, loads available at the moment. There's a number of managers out there, interim basis. Interim, I'm talking here. Let Ineos get their feet under the ground. Get rid of some of the toxicity. This season is going to be a long, hard slog still. We're not going to get an instant fix. You're not bringing in a new manager and we're suddenly going to turn into peak Man United, peak Man City, peak Barcelona. It's not happening. Get that thought out of your head. And even if we do look good with an interim, don't get carried away. There's a long, hard, winding road to come to get Man United back to where we want to be. Standards FC will lie to you and act like it can all turn around inside a few months. It's going to take time. And listen, we can become a better footballing team quickly. We can move the ball better. We can score more. We can climb the table. We can even win some trophies in a short-term period. But to become sustainable, to have to withstand adversity and to be able to come competitive year in, year out, it's going to take a number of years to get to that standard. It absolutely is. People thought Spurs had turned it around that quickly. They haven't. Oh, look at Villa, straight in the title race. They haven't. They're not. It takes years. Doesn't take years to start playing good football, though. Doesn't take years to start winning the domestic trophies. Doesn't take years to start being competitive with the big boys. It's about balance here. Man United fans, stop being polarized. Stop being hyperbolic. Wake up and smell the damn coffee. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all again soon.